you had an experience with your friends or family members that also had their periods in Bangladesh, or I'm sorry, I forgot the other country you were speaking on, but those things.
So sorry, just to clarify, you were asking about friends?
Or family members that also experienced getting their periods for the first time in those other countries.
Yeah, I've talked to my mom about her experience, and she has she has two other sisters. So she has talked, as I got older, she's talked more candidly about her experience with menstruation in Bangladesh, and the whole everything that I gathered just kind of told me that there's a lot of shame around periods, and she never really felt like she could talk to her mom about it, but she could never talk to her dad about it ever. Even though they were close, she never talked to her older brother about it, and it was always something that was to be hidden. If she was on her period at all, there was especially when we had conversations about this regarding periods around Ramadan, which as Muslims we celebrate every year. And one of the things that is related to periods in Ramadan is you're not supposed to fast when you're on your period, just mostly for health reasons. And so there's a lot of shame around that, and she told me about how in Bangladesh she and her sisters would kind of have to pretend that they were still fasting when they were on their periods, because even though they didn't have to, just because there was so much shame around having your period and not fasting and not being able to fulfill a religious requirement when just as a girl. And so we were talking and comparing our experiences here, and I know that a lot of my friends here in South Asian families also still feel like they have to pretend that they're fasting when they're on their periods, but in my family it wasn't really like that. In my family I was sort of forced the conversation to be more candid, and I have a dad and a brother, and I've sort of, even though they're uncomfortable with it, I've sort of tried to make the conversation more open, and if they ever ask me why I'm not fasting when I'm on my period, I just tell them. Yeah, I'll stop the recording again.